Morning, YouTube. 9 o'clock. Last night's catch. That's a homemade smoker. It's all parts of it. Here's the rest of it. The guy explained it totally to me last night. Couple lawnmowers in there. I'm gonna say it was a cart corral, you know, something like this, but the canvas ones. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay. So not too bad, better than I thought. Didn't expect anything really. And last week I got that tube heater and piping and stuff that's right there. Well, it's the same guy that had this. There's the rest of it. There's the burner. He said he couldn't get parts for it. So he bought a new one. And it's identical, he said, but he couldn't get parts. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe the sparker don't work or something. Who knows? But we'll check it out. There's the lid to the smoker. See, that's what it looks like on the inside. No, not the wood. Anyways, there she goes. Bye, honey. I got my sweetie Petey out hunting around. She's leaving for work a little earlier because she's picking up some electronic mouse traps. All of a sudden we have a pile of Mises. So the one electronic one I had in here I brought in the house because my boy set some traps last night. Well, they cleaned the traps and none of the traps are sprung. So electronic is the way to go. They haven't failed me yet. So, but on that note, last night's catch. Another beautiful day. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow and Friday. So, and I got someone coming to look at that. And I'm probably going to end up delivering it, but we'll see. So they're supposed to be here within a half an hour to check it out, see if they want it. That's how I ended up with all that stuff. 2 pails of brass. Number 2 definite copper. Number 2 but possible 1. This is what I can clean up to go into to be number 1, you know, just cut it there and cut it there and clean that. We're not done with it yet. The highest I get paid so far is $5.30 for number 1, $5.10 for number 2, and $3.30 for brass. So yeah, it's looking good, looking good. And I've had that hoard of mine that I've kept for, see, I got a pail like this, completely full of number 1 copper. I got that pail over there completely full of number 1 copper that I've been getting, not from this hoard. And it's tucked away. I don't even think I can dig it out. I was going to bring it in when number 1 hit $5 a pound. Well, number 1 is at $5.30 a pound right now. So I'm thinking because it's at least 100 pounds. So, and they say when you bring 100 pounds or more in, they generally bump their price up a bit. So it makes you wonder what they actually get paid for it, you know, when they sell it. Like, is it $10 a pound that they're getting? Maybe the scrapyards are, you know what I mean? Like, for them to bump it up more to encourage you to bring it in. I'm just curious. Like, has anybody ever thought of that? Does anybody run a scrapyard? Would they let that secret out? You know? See, I used to work for a furniture store, and it was like a 300% markup. The furniture store dealt with the manufacturers direct. They would get, let's say, a couch, just a 3-seater couch, you know, 3 cushions, nice, not an ugly one. The furniture store would pay $100 for it, and then their markup would be $400, and people bought them. Like, that's what I mean. Like, so I'm kind of wondering, like, The scrapyards are willing to pay you extra the more you bring in, like anything 100 pounds and higher, they're willing to pay you extra for. So what are they actually getting? That's my question. So if you can answer that, I'd appreciate it. Have a nice day. Okay, YouTube. Those pails are empty. Everything's sorted. Number 2, number 1, clean brass. So I get the final tally of what was in that freezer outside. Okay. $15, so 13 pounds of number 2. Or number 1, sorry. Number 2. Number 1, 13 pounds of number 1. $20 pounds of number 2. And that's 47 pounds. I was going to lift this one on top, but I ain't going to do that. So 47 pounds there. Brass. Holy shit. And 71 pounds. So 110 pounds of brass. So just the brass alone is $300. You can see 72.14, 72.13, so 70 pounds. Now minus 2 pounds of the tape, so 70 and 47. So 107 pounds. Right? 70 and 47, 117 pounds. 117 pounds of brass. $20 pounds of number 2. And 13 pounds of number 1. Wow. I don't know if I got a piece of paper to write this on. Okay. You don't want the paper to unroll, it doesn't. Okay, where's my pen? So, number 1, number 2, and brass. 117 pounds of brass. What was it? Number 2 was 20 pounds. Number 2. So 20 pounds. Sorry, number 2. And 13 pounds of number 1. 13 pounds of number 1. So number 1 is, what did I say it was? Let me get back to you. Okay, my math is right. $5.20 a pound for number 1, 13 pounds, $67. $5.03 for number 2, 20 pounds is $100. $3.25 for brass, 117 pounds, $380. So $380, $480, $540, $545, $545, just those 4 buckets. That was just that freezer. Oh. That was just that freezer. Yeah, I got last night's hoard dumped off. It's all everywhere. That was just that freezer that was sitting right there. You all seen it. Okay, let me get in here. Come on. The alarms are probably going off in the house because they're not shut off. At least I don't think they are. That's not counting what's all on this cart yet. Remember, I weighed all this too. Number 1 copper, number 2 copper, brass, and what's underneath here is all brass. So that's got to be added to it. Yeah. It's a, oh, there's a piece of wire in there that don't belong in there. But anyways, add that to what I had. I don't know how much that weighs anymore. Not sure. I kept that separate. I don't know why I did that, but it's brass too. But that's got to come back and go with the other stuff, and I'll mix it all in. So, yeah. No, it wasn't 6 pounds. That's how much that tote weighs. I think there was like 70 pounds in that bucket. So I think I did pretty good. So this afternoon, because it's going on lunch, I'm going to start on this bad boy right here. It's got to be at least 85% brass in there. So I have to get them out of there, or I'll just do a bucket at a time again. I ain't going to lift them out of there. I used the cart to get them in there, so yeah. And I got somebody this afternoon coming for a fire pit too. Oh, I forgot about that. That reminded me, because I'm seeing a fire pit around the corner. So anyways, there we have it. Woo!